Cam intercooler fell straight off. I don't even understand how that happens. So I think we have a solution.
Okay.
Tied it with the seatbelt harness just to keep it off the ground. Everything else is fine though, that I can tell. So, see where we're at.
Skyz, you're bad. Skyz, you're bad.
Alright guys, so now we're going through the process to look and just kind of figure out what happened under here, because it was attached to this, which is my tow hook, I believe underneath it, so it must have broke off on that, but nothing was on this side, so it was by itself, but it still broke off. So not really sure what happened, but we shall take it apart and then see what we got. So you can see this is the intake manifold buttoned up, you know, trying to keep it together here. But this is where the mount was, right there. And then the other mount is right over here. So we're gonna take those off and just take a look at it. But yeah, it's looking like I already ordered a new intercooler, so we're just waiting for that to show up. I just hope it ships and comes out before this weekend. Otherwise, we may be stuck with this one in the current state it's in. So we'll leave that on there now until we get a replacement one, just in case. But we'll take the mounts off because those don't look like they're doing anything anymore. So. Well, these are the end plates that you saw me just take off. Bolts are fine. All the other hardware, or my toe plate is fine. This is where it was attached. Doesn't look damaged at all. But this is a super beefy piece. And that's a full solid piece. This, however, looks like it was not fully welded through and through. So I think that's where our issue comes into play, where this broke off, unfortunately. So because of that, that kind of makes it a little more difficult to really be able to deal with. But yeah, not sure where I walked inside, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's been welded through and through. And the only reason I say that is because this is still, like, you can see that shine on there. Lets me think that this was ground down, welded up just on the edge, and that was it. So it just doesn't look like it was a beefy weld, unfortunately, for either side. It looks exactly the same, so that is unfortunate. Looks like it bent a little, possibly. Maybe that was just how it's supposed to be, but yeah, I got it from Fab 9 Tuning originally, so I'm hoping, yeah, I got another one on the way, so hopefully the welds are a little bit better. I think maybe there were issues a long time ago. I don't really recall at this point, but yeah, I'm hopeful that they will send me the replacement one pretty quick, and then we'll go from there. I'll have to replace these turn signal lights that were here before that are LEDs, because those look like those are donezo. So unfortunate, kind of so much chaos in one little area, but yeah, it is what it is. So until the next one, peace, love, and positivity. Peace. All right, so since my other intercooler didn't show up yet, I haven't got a tracking number or anything for it, we're gonna go ahead and use the other one, my Vibrant intercooler that I have just lying around. I have some mounts for it. Hopefully these all still work pretty well, but yeah, this should hold us over. I blocked this off real quick just to make sure no air actually gets out. It's not all the way in there, but there's yeah, this is just what this is. So I've had this thing for a few years. I tried to sell it a long time ago, but I guess it's a good thing I still have it for the time being. It has a fat dent on the back side, right there. So that's unfortunate, but that's pretty much how I got it. So I'm assuming the car that was on here before is super low. So this should do everything we need it to do for the time being. So we will go ahead. Oh, I'm getting stuck on my wires. We're gonna go ahead and remove the other one, and then we'll get this lined up, fit it in there, and we should be all set. So I gotta take this off to get underneath it, because where these mounts are up where the hood latch used to be. So let's get started. So you can see how I had it mounted after it kind of fell off on the drive to the meat. So yeah, we'll basically take that off, let that drop off, disconnect these previous mounts that are on there, and then we should be set to throw the other one in there. They're gonna mount up here on these two spots, so we should be set. So here is the old intercooler. Looks fine on this side, no problem. And then you look at this side and it's just destroyed. it's not terrible in the grand scheme of things. Probably could still reuse it, honestly. So I'll probably keep it around, re-weld the tabs on in case I absolutely need another intercooler. But yeah, this one is going to be replaced by the one that's coming in, but temporarily by this one. So let's get to it. All right, and if you're not familiar with this type of intercooler where you kind of have to make your own mounts and everything, this is just a flat aluminum bar, pretty bendy at the top, just for support. 2 nuts fits through right there, and then these will basically cross over to support each other. So this will be more back this way, same with the other side, and then they'll cross over and mount up to each other. So go from there. Correction, these pieces are not going to be used in the center because they're not long enough to actually make it to the other hole. So yeah, kind of way off. So we're not going to use those. We're just going to use these, the nuts, a little bit of Loctite, prevent it from the nuts from falling off, and then we'll go from there. Oh, I didn't record any of that. So this has the nut underneath for both sides, and then just mount it on top. We're not going to use these because these don't actually reach from end to end. So holes are kind of way off, so we'll just use this, and this will be plenty for the time being. So now we can throw it in.
Skyz, you're bad.
All right, so we got it mounted up, sitting down there pretty at the bottom. That's really close, but should be fine. It's only gonna be for a day or so. So yeah, we'll get the bottom hooked up again, and then we should be set from the front end, but we're back. See exactly where it broke on there. I'm not even touching this, there's no tape or anything, but and then underneath there's just nothing, no welds there at all. So when I get the replacement one, I'll have a buddy of mine weld up this bottom portion if it's not already welded, just so we don't run into the same issue we just ran into. But otherwise, yeah, we're back together. Intercooler's in, car's down, we're set for tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 to 11 for the first car meet ever that I'm hosting. It's kind of crazy to me. So no burnouts, no revving engines, just really just a chill vibe, cool people hanging out, having a good time. But yeah, other than that, I will catch you guys tomorrow or in the next one. Peace.